Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Matt Leshper here with 1836 Property Management. Really excited about this video because it's not only for investors, but it's also for our residents. We get investors that say, well, how did you price my property? I think it should rent for more. And that exact same property will have a resident that says, I think this is overpriced, or I don't want to pay that on my renewal. So it's such a great subject to talk about because everybody feels like they know what's going on, but the truth is probably somewhere in the middle. So how do we determine these? Number one, market analysis. We have the data from our MLS. Yes, Texas is still a non-disclosure state, so better data than Zillow. Zillow does not have access to all of our data. And as agents, we can go in and determine what that exact property should rent for as a market analysis. So we're gonna go into the neighborhoods, we'll go into zip code if we have to, we're gonna take properties in and out that match according to bedrooms, square footage, age of the house, whether it was in the first phase of the subdivision, the last phase, we're going through all that. That's part of our market analysis, and that's where we start. Number two, quality check. Oh, is the properly maintained or not? Because we have a lot of owners that come to us and say, oh, it's ready for market. And we show up and we go, it needs a full paint. And why is there grease on the living room carpet from a motorcycle? And oh, well, that's always been there. Yeah, that's not a great quality. And so the price is going to reflect that. And we don't rent properties like that. But once we get back up, then we can make sure that we do that quality check to deliver a great product to market. Gut check. After we've checked the quality and the price, does it make sense? Does it even make sense? Is there something else going on because we have been in this for 15 years that it just doesn't show on paper, but it's a reality check? Is Amazon moving in next door? Is the next door literally behind the house or 1 mile, which is really accessible for employers? You need to do a gut check on that. Number four, seasonality. Your house is going to rent for more in a peak season that will in an off season. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to just make things happen the way you want them to happen. Sometimes you have to negotiate and wait for your turn to get that lease to end at the correct date. Sometimes catastrophic things happen, which means you're gonna have a vacancy at the peak and you didn't plan on it and you didn't want it. But anyway, we need to check those seasons to make sure that we're priced according to the season as well. Forecast check. We need to look at what is going to happen economically, with employment, with the future seasonality, not just what has been happening. So when we do that market analysis, that's always backward looking, like an appraiser would use when selling your house. But we need to know what's going to happen economically. Is it an '08 downturn? And so we've got to adjust quickly to make sure we don't get behind that curve. Or is the market going through the roof like it is in 2021 in Austin, Texas? So trust your agent, trust your property manager to help you with that. Number six, inventory and days on market check. Now this one is a little trickier and very, very few property managers, if any, look at this. How many properties are currently available compared to what was available? Also, how many days on market is that property manager leasing their properties on average? And how many showings on average does it take? I dare you to ask another property management company, how many showings on average does it take to rent your property? They will not be able to answer. Ask them about their days on market compared to the MLS. We have agents all the time that come to us and go, I can rent my property better than any property manager. And we go, give us your stats. And we beat them by 50% all the time. They may take 20 days to lease a property, we've got it in 10. So ask those questions of your future property manager to know how they're gonna perform. As always, we're gonna be here for you in Austin. If you're an investor, give us a call. Let us help make you successful as that real estate investor you wanna be. Find us online at 1836propertymanagement.com or give us a call today, 512-994-4323.